Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Well, hello there. You know what time of week it must be, because it's D-Roy, and episode number 33 or 2. You're handing these hand signals. Let's see, we're 32.
Read between the lines, buddy.
Deathpiles and Taxes. Reading Between the Lines, brought to you by Adam Beasley of AdamUpAccounting.com.
You sound like you're in a good mood.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to...
It's been a week.
I'm happy to finally crank open my Diet Dew. I stuffed down some lunch.
And you got me a Code Red?
Yeah. And I've had to hold on to this so I could wait on air.
Well, I'm glad you're not drinking anything other than what you claim on air this week.
We can get started now.
I mean, I don't even want to have to tell you what I Googled, because we'll lose listeners, so...
I know, you just told me.
Oh, man, it's been rough.
The Surrey machine turned you off.
A rough ski week ski, if you know what I mean, ski.
Yeah.
And, so here we are, man. It's our favorite time of the week.
It is a good time of week. I've had a lot of good feedback.
Don't bring me down, Bruce. What feedback you got? I've had awesome feedback as well. Let's hear what you got.
Good friend of the show, Mr. Church, out in our favorite part of the world, Nevada.
Okay.
P-Town, he and his wife.
That's your home away from home.
They're saying we got a problem, man.
Uh-oh.
They need more. They want us to do it twice a week.
Hey, you got the money, honey, I got the time, right? I mean, I got a list sometime, and my wife likes seeing me. We got regular jobs, and...
He said he wants us to double down, man. He needs it twice a week.
Well, maybe we'll figure out a Patreon system where you can subscribe to hear us twice a week. I don't know. The problem is, I need to be out there looking and doing the stuff, so I have something to talk about the next week, too. That's kind of the...
Let's
That's
be
kind
honest.
of the thing.
We could talk for hours and still not be done.
Well, we could. I'm just surprised that people still want to listen.
It sounds like you got a new system. You said more people are listening?
Well, here's the thing. If you're one of our new listeners, I appreciate you. What happened last week is, so I've talked about our friends over at the Scavenger Life podcast before.
Uh-huh.
The term Deathpile, I think, originated with their podcast and went through the reselling community. Last week before, somewhere in there, they were talking, they have a call-in segment where you can call in and ask for advice, so on and so forth. Well, this time they were asking for advice, or talking about how they were getting set up and get a savings account, right?
Okay.
And they just went to their local bank and set up a savings account.
Okay.
Which is cool, but I said, Derek, you know a little something about this. You listen to Clark. You're Clark smart. Let's help a brother and sister out.
This is Clark Howard.
I'm not going to have you, after you're Gary Vanderchuck and his potty mouth, you're not going to, not in front of me, are you going to begrudge the good name of Clark Howard anymore.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
I'm just trying to get myself worked up a little bit. I know you love him. We love them all. We love them all.
Easy, big fella.
So I call into the Scavenger Life and I say, hey guys, here's an idea for you. It's something I did recently, right? I said, this is Derek from the Deathpiles and Taxes podcast show.
Oh.
And we've been in communication before, so just let them know who I be, but letting all their listeners know who we are.
Awesome.
Right? And I just said, you can get you an online bank account right now. If you go over to Bankrate, scroll through the ads, savings accounts, I opened up an account, I'm getting 2.49, 2.50% interest rate. Everywhere else you're getting like 0.1. So I said, if you're really saving money long term,
wow,
and that's something that you want to do, that's a goal to just kind of park your money and make some interest. Last month I made more in interest than I did the whole previous year, well, after we opened this account. So anyway, shared that information, and, throughout the podcast, I know they got lots of listeners that do the same thing we do. I knew that those listeners would be intrigued to come listen. So if you're one of those people, thank you for giving us a shot. Thank you for being here, and hope you are entertained.
That's where they're going to be this week.
And informed.
That's right. We're here to help you, A, make money, B, pay less in taxes, and C, have fun.
And by looking at our numbers, some of you have joined the train and probably listened to last week's episode. I know it's probably not good when you come in here and hear you're in a good mood and me saying, pay me money, I'll show up more.
What is that about?
Yeah, time's money, right? As resellers, as people, we got to evaluate our own time, right?
When do you get those sponsors to throw in some more dollars?
I know. Well, actually, so I had the eBay open, or not, I keep saying eBay open. Our eBay seller group was this week.
Yeah.
Me and Holly went up. You were missed.
Well, I appreciate that.
When we walked there, I don't know if you remember Bill, the guy that was in charge.
Yeah. I know Bill.
He comes up to me and he says, before we even say hellos or anything, he's just smiling and goes, I got stuff in my truck that my wife doesn't know about.
Are you serious?
So,
see, Brian, you're not alone.
So you're not alone, and actually we have new leadership there. So Bill stepped down; he's got a little busy too, and we got some new leadership up there. People were asking about you, had questions about the chair. Warm reception. A lot of people listening. Afterwards, I'm going to talk about what we went over, probably second half of the show. I had a lady come up to me and said, "Now, do I understand this right? You have a podcast?" And yeah, you know me. I'm kind of a little shy in person.
You're the lie in the weeds.
I like to stay low, and I don't like to be like, "Yeah, I have a podcast show. It's the best ever. You should all listen." I'll talk about it, but I'm there to learn. I'm not there to promote, kind of thing. And she's like, "Do you have a podcast?" I said, "Yeah." "Well, what is it?" "Deathpiles and Taxes." Got a smirk, and I'll have to listen to it. And yeah, so. Hopefully, if that was you, hopefully you're listening. Everyone in that group, thanks for listening. Everyone coming over and giving us a try from Scavenger Life, thanks for listening, and hope you're entertained. Hope you interact with us. I know our Facebook is pretty new. I saw that you're getting new people joining the group over there. I'm always available on Instagram, Twitter. Adam's got AdamUpAccounting.com. So
I'm working because I know we got to hit that Jerry Sloan. So if you don't know, Derek's big Jerry Sloan. He's got this amazing stack of stuff that we're going to talk about. He's been selling, but he gave me this number, and he doesn't like to fudge on his numbers. He doesn't bend. So we got to get 60 some sort of reactions from people. We know we've got people listening.
And yeah, if you're listening, if you're listening on YouTube, that's a thumbs up. If you're listening on Apple, that's a good review. If you're on Spotify, I think you can give us a thumbs up.
On Dog Catcher, is that like you got a bone or something?
I don't even want to think about dogs right now. I don't know. Five milk boys.
So I'm throwing it on
bones.
Facebook. That's a pretty easy place. So get us some more likes on there. We know we've got some more people. I sent it out to a lot of my friends yesterday, and some more learning. So we're good.
If you don't know who Jerry Sloan is, doesn't really matter. This is like the ultimate find. If you're into the scavenger, if you're into the retail, if you're into the reselling, if you're into this community and this life, this is like the ultimate haul and how it came down.
Or like Grandpa Joe would say, your golden ticket.
Grandpa Joe wouldn't say that. Grandpa Joe would say, turn off that music. I'm trying to sleep over here.
Hey,
like Charlie would say, his golden ticket. Go smoke your tobacco pipe, buddy.
I got roped in yesterday. It was my daughter's birthday. We went up to the Nickelcade and played some games. That Willy Wonka. It's like the machine that you drop your nickel in, and it's got a whole bunch, and there's like a little conveyor that pushes it, and it drops it down to the next level and pushes them. And once they fall down, you get tickets.
I usually see those in Nevada, and I don't play for tickets.
I know you don't. I got hooked on that game because you've got cards that are also there, and when they fall off, you get tickets. That's where I gave you the Grandpa Joe.
Yeah, you showed me the Grandpa Joe.
But we had like the spinny wheel, and we won a golden ticket.
What happens when you win a golden ticket?
Well, that's what I thought. But you didn't win the golden ticket. It just dropped out on the conveyor belt.
Oh.
So then you had to push the golden ticket off.
So you spin the wheel, you don't get the prize, it just drops it for you to put more nickels in.
Yeah, and the golden ticket's worth 500 tickets.
Well, that's got to be at least a sticky mousetrap or something. I don't know.
Finger
Chinese torture,
trap.
finger things.
They hooked me, man. I got that golden ticket, and I played. I don't even want to say because they didn't know. Your
wife doesn't listen to the podcast. How much did that golden ticket approximately cost?
$25, and I still didn't win it.
Well, now I got to go over to the Nickelcade and find me a golden ticket to bring in here and show you that I won it.
$25 of nickels, shoving it in that stupid machine, and I couldn't win the golden ticket.
What does a $500 ticket, in reality, what would the golden ticket, 500 tickets have got?
I think, like, one of those.
Maybe a boombox?
No, no, we're talking like a cheap Chinese toy.
Wow. Maybe I'll go out in the parking lot and just sell the cheap Chinese toys to people when they come out for $25.
I was entertained for about 2 hours. So
That's
all the other kids, all the kids in the birthday party with my daughter, they were all there playing games. We had a good time.
Hey, your dad's got a problem. He won't let me play this game. I've been waiting for a half hour.
I was kind of...
Shut up, kid. Go give me some more nickels. Make yourself useful.
Hey, it was a good time. So.
Well, happy birthday to your daughter.
Yes, so we did that, and I told her last week I took my wife. We had a little weekend. You know what we did? We went shopping.
You went shopping for your weekend with your wife. You get time to yourselves.
We went up to the Salt Lake, the downtown. I think it's caught on. We walked through the stabby part of town.
Oh, you went to the stabby part of Salt Lake? Did you go to the Stabby Smiths?
My wife...
grocery store.
My wife loved that term, the stabby part of town.
I know exactly where you were then.
So, those who are new, the stabby part of town would be those shady areas that you probably shouldn't be in, that you might get shanked in.
They're the parts of town that you usually wouldn't go to. You definitely wouldn't go to after dark, but you're going because you're looking for that retail.
Your bolo.
Your bolo items, because other people don't go shopping there if they don't have to either. And I was telling a friend of the show, will come up a few times this episode, but our friend Michael Painter is really ramping up. He's ramping up bigly.
Man.
And so he found some Butterfingers, all this kind of stuff. He's got me jealous.
Did he find the good ones?
Oh, yeah.
I had to see. I looked, didn't find them, so I had to buy one of the new ones just to see the flavor.
How was it? I've thought about doing that.
I did it because I had it. Not as good.
Not good?
Not as good. I need that hydrogenated oil.
Well, I found some of the cups. I found some of the crunchy ones. He's found some of the original ones. Anyways, he's ramped up big time, and I don't remember where I was going with this in the stabby part of town. Oh, I told him
Sure.
because he was talking about where he's finding things and stuff like that, and he's going to go down, Central. He likes to hunt, so he's going out on one of his big hunting adventures
For animals.
But he's going to go and hit all these small town little stores and find all the stuff because he figures along the road he can find some of these bolos, and. That's why that was my thing to him. The dustier, the better. So the stabbier, sometimes the better.
The dustier.
So anyway, with that, I'll just keep going on this. So I was looking at, I follow some sellers. I follow some of our friends that I'm kind of helping get started, or I just like to see what they're doing.
Yeah, what
so
they
I'm
got
following
in
their
the
stores. So I'm looking at a store, and I was about ready to post this bolo of these. They're Stouffer's. They're Stouffer's wrap of some nature that's been discontinued, going for some big bucks.
Okay.
And I saw that he had those for sale, so I said, and you must be following some of the same people I am and seeing the same things I'm seeing. Because you got these wraps. I was about to put that on the Instagram as one of my bolos.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, we were just over at Walmart, and my wife starts throwing these in the cart. And he's like, why are you throwing these in our cart? What even are these? And she's like, all that they have. And she just says, I scan them and look. So she's out scanning, doing what we say.
You're welcome.
Get scanning and you'll find these kind of things, and it's going good for him. So
that's awesome.
Hopefully it's going good for everyone. So what did you find? So you're in the stabby part of town.
Stabby part of town. We were just, we're walking around and thinking, this is, we didn't really buy anything, but we're walking through, and I told my wife stabby, and she thought that was really funny. So the next day we went to a few places, and we went to like a Goodwill, a thrift store, nothing crazy, nothing, we were quick in and out. It was like maybe 10 minutes. Like, it was not an hour trip. It was just walk by real briskly, see if you had anything. So we walked into a DI, one of these big stores, and next to it was a little thrift store. And I thought, I'm going to go over there. Walked inside, and it looked awful.
Those are the best.
I know. It was like...
Not organized at all.
No, it was just stacked up, and they had some stuff, and I'm like, They had in the front a Ronald McDonald high chair from like the 70s. Had a sign on it that says collector's edition or whatever, $65. And I'm like, yeah. So I looked online. There's a lot more than that. And I told my wife, because we walked in the store, we walked out, and I'm talking to her. I'm like, I want that. I want that bad.
Yeah, that's a little steep, but yeah.
In those kind of places, like, they don't want a credit card. Like, they want cash. So I told her, like, how much money you got? She's like, Well, I've got $50 tucked away in my wallet for my birthday money.
You didn't take your birthday money to buy something to sell on the internet, did you?
I want that $50, hon.
I'll reimburse you later.
So I says, I bet you she'll take $50 for that. So I went back, drove over, gave her $50, and she was happy as can be. Get this. I'm loaded up, and there's some people pulling over. Man, that's awesome. How much you pay for it? That's a sweet score.
Good deal. Hey, have you ever listened to Deathpiles and Taxes? You'd like them guys.
I hadn't even put it in the back of the vehicle, and these people are already saying good scores.
No, that's nice. That's nice.
So we're going to follow up with what your instructions were. We're going to put that up on an auction. Before I do that, I'm going to contact my friend over in Japan who bought our McDonald's rug and just see what he thinks.
Yeah, contact him. I was going to tell you, when you do contact him, make sure if you're going through eBay, you're not trying to sell off eBay or they will boot you off and you don't want to lose your account. So make sure if you say, hey, you want to buy this on eBay, I'll make a separate, listing just for you.
Transaction, yeah.
And, maybe he'll just give you some big bucks. You send it to Kentucky and you're done, right?
I love it. So, yeah, that's what we did, man. It was a good week.
So how big is this high chair you're talking about?
It's regular size high chair. It's funny because it's one that used to be in the McDonald's, and it's in really good condition. It's actually really good. It's light. Obviously the money shot is the tray that has like hamburger.
The Hamburglar.
But it's like Ham Mayor or Mayor of Hamburgerville.
Mayor McDonald's or something?
Something like that, yeah. It's got like all these sayings and stuff, and that's what it is. But it's in really good shape.
I'm gonna have to start calling you Ronald for all this McDonald's stuff you're doing.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
What'd your kid think when you brought that home?
He couldn't believe we got it.
Because he's all into that after he found that rug.
Oh yeah, he was like, "Oh man, that's sweet." He's just mad because he wished he would have found it.
Yeah, he wished he had the eye. Right on, man.
So yeah, that's what we did. Good week.
Well, I gotta read this to you.
Okay.
I received an email the other day.
Ooh.
And this happens when you're a reseller, right? Sometimes we get contacted by buyers and different things.
Did you get kicked off another Facebook group?
No, that's not Christmas time quite yet. Although, if you're in the mindset, it is time to start looking for the hot holiday items and start stocking up. So, if you're looking to do some retail arbitrage, now's your time to get doing your research and your due diligence because we're almost there, my friend.
Isn't it crazy?
I know. You used to go to the store, and people still do, and say, I can't believe they have Christmas items and stuff up, right?
Yeah.
That's your cue to be like, if they got Christmas up,
you're late.
The Christmas toys are out. You just got to figure out what is the toy and start stocking up. So, no, this is, I talked about True Gather before. I've talked about Bonanza on the podcast before. If you have a eBay store, you can link your account to those places, and they'll just basically make you a store that mirrors it.
Okay.
And so you get more traffic that way. So this actually came from True Gather. Not that it matters. I'm going to not give all the guy's information he gives me because, protect the innocent because he doesn't know I'm reading this on a podcast. However, I am going to say his name because it's funny.
Okay.
And it's pretty generic. So as a reseller, I think people can identify with this. So let me just read it to you. We'll talk about it. This is from Mr. Michael Scott.
Oh, shut up.
Michael Scott sent me this. He says, hey, how are you? First, thanks for your time.
Okay.
My name is Mike, 36, from Tucson area. I probably shouldn't have said that. From Arizona. So I might need to. I probably shouldn't have said where you're from. Sorry, Mike, if you get people contacting you from this.
Well, you didn't give his contact information. I'm sure there's Michael Scott. Are you sure he's not from Scranton, Pennsylvania?
That's what I should have said. This is actually the real one. Real thing. I found these 1990 Hulkster cards in a buried shoebox along with some other 1991 WCW cards. LOL. My childhood version of a safety deposit box.
Okay.
I'm glad I grew up in this case. I loved wrestling as a child and appreciate it as an adult. I'm very fond of everything considered vintage antique and pretty much everything that came before me.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a good home for these Hulkster and other champs. Maybe get maybe get some pocket change. Oh, where did you go? Maybe get some pocket change in the process. WWF WrestleMania 2, WrestleMania 4, WrestleMania 5 card numbers, then it gives me all the card numbers. and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10. It's not even like that many.
Okay.
Can you give me a direct, or can you direct me in the right direction? Can you direct me in the right direction? That sounds weird to say. And can you contact me? Then he gives me his Facebook handle, which isn't what you'd think it would be, and then tells me the picture beside it so I can make sure it's him. Or call me and gives me his phone number.
Wow.
Thanks again, bud. Hope to hear from you. So, unfortunately, I need to tell him, because I think he wants me to buy them and think, oh, this is cool, I want to buy those from you, because he sees, I'm sure he went on there and saw that I'm selling cards,
Yeah.
and saw that he has some of these cards, and thinks I'm just going to go buy them from him. I think that's kind of, or tell him, hey, these are worth a lot of money. I don't know.
Yeah.
But really, you got 10 random cards. I can't see them. I don't know what condition they're in. And they're probably not much value. We've talked a little bit about cards the last few weeks. Unless you go through the process to get them evaluated and all that, it's really, kind of odd. So I'm probably just going to say, buddy, you don't really got much there in your shoebox safety deposit box as a kid. Thanks for contacting me. But sometimes, as a buyer and seller, you'll get contacted by people that say, hey, you interested in this? Or just random people off the internet. Hey, how do I sell this? Or do you want to buy these from me? I see you're selling them for $40 a piece. You want to buy them from me for $40 a piece?
No.
And it's like, no, I'd offer you pennies and you'd be insulted. So I just, where it was from Michael Scott, it was almost too good to resist, right?
Wow.
So that was part of my week.
There you go. That's a good part, I guess.
So you never know who's going to reach out to you and what they might want. And so I'll just kindly, I haven't wrote him back yet because I've been busy, but.
You are a busy man.
But, what do you think? What do you think of that scenario?
That's just funny. I get it. People, you're a good dude. Obviously, anytime we have any of these groups online and somebody's asking questions in the wrestling space, I usually throw your name on there.
Maybe that's where you got it. Well, I'm the wrestling man now.
I'm sure you are.
So, here's another. I'm kind of on my... No, well, I'm warmed up now. I'm kind of going.
Yeah.
Did you go to the Derby?
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up.
So...
I did go to the Derby.
We have a Demolition Derby that is a county I grew up in, and it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
11,000 people.
$100,000 giveaway.
If prize money.
Prize money.
If you were to research the world's best Demolition Derby, so this is going to be the Mike Painter show apparently. So I got a text from him randomly in that Derby, right? We were kind of talking back and forth, and he said, if they were to rank Demolition Derbies, not that any organization would, where do you think this one would rank in the world? And we kind of joked, because he said the same thing to his dad, and his dad said, well, they claim it's number one in the world. I don't know, Russians voting, or who's voting for it, but apparently it's number one, because the whole time, about every 3 to 5 minutes, the number one derby in the world, Nephi Demolition Derby, Chuab County Fair. So, anyway, so we're there, right? And it's a great time. My boss from work came down, from Salt Lake, so he drove quite a ways, and it was like a 4-hour event.
5 hours.
It kept going. It was the gift that kept on giving. Anyways, do you remember when they had MC kind of buddies that, for the number one derby in the world, I think they need to invest in that a little bit, but...
He was not as good as the previous guy, because the guy that's usually there, he wears his American flag.
Oh, I know. Old Jimmy.
He wears the American flag.
I think it was that same guy with a new thing and a new partner.
No, it was a different guy.
Well, his name was Jimmy. How many Jimmys are in the Derby scene?
It was different. Oh, don't let me forget, I got something Jimmy related.
So, the guy says, is there anyone here with a glass eye?
No.
And then... some lady stands up.
Will you pop that out for me?
Where you at? And goes over and will you pop that? And it's over there. And then the demolition thing starts. They never followed up on what he wanted the glass eye for. I still want to know, what was the point of that?
Oh.
Did he give her a prize?
He was looking for prizes. The best part was your exact impersonation of the Ute Stampede. The joke about whose kids, these kids, all these kids, that he said it word for word. My wife was dying when that happened.
I looked at my wife and I was just groaning because it was almost the end of the Derby. And
yeah.
Oh, they're not going to do it this year.
Yeah, they did it. Here's the thing, okay? They should have been, like, it was a long process. It's fun, don't get me wrong, it was way too long, but they're...
Oh, it's the number one Demolition Derby in the world. The Super Bowl of Demolition Derbies.
I'm not one to complain unless I have a way to fix it.
Or a podcast to do it on.
Exactly. I've got results. I know how to fix it. They should have been a little more up-to-date on their music. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this guy named Blanco Brown.
Wait a minute. After last week, you're going to be up to date on our music. When you, I had to put a special musical prelude for you.
Which I was going to tell you that was excellent. And while we're on the, if we had a theme show, which we do, or a theme song, I want Ozzy Osbourne singing it, because that outro, like that last part of the show, I just want that on loop, and I will just listen to that all day long.
The dog or the remix?
The remix. The remix
that
of
was good.
Ozzy Osbourne.
That was a DJ Cumberbund.
That was
Look up that guy.
phenomenal. That was like, I heard that and I was like, man, this puts a smile on my face.
What about the Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo? Were you familiar? Were you familiar?
Once I heard it, yes, I was familiar.
Okay.
I think we just need to maybe throw a like or a link on our Facebook page so people can follow Dog and what's going on with that. That would be something that would be of real interest.
I haven't even followed up on that this week. I'm kind of curious
I don't
where that's going.
But back to my point.
Okay, sorry. I can derail the best of them.
Love the music. If you didn't hear last week's music, well worth it. Go to it. Listen. It's amazing.
And it doesn't always happen. Some weeks I just feel like it, and some weeks I don't. So
great.
After we're done and say the two things in life that are for certain, sometimes you have a little treasure, sometimes you don't. You gotta listen to find out.
You gotta listen the whole way. You gotta have a way to fix something instead of just complaining. So the in between the rodeo, took a long time. They should have been playing this Blanco Brown music. It's some new black guy who does rodeo, or not music, but like some sort of song that's involving like country music stuff. Not Darius Rucker. Some other. It's really good. Like it's like real popular with the kids.
Blanco Brown.
Yeah, real popular with the kids.
Well, Aaron. I'm sitting there, and we're saying the same thing. We're like, man, they need to do something, because they're trying to do like a nacho eating contest, but the camera's not zooming in. It's zooming in on the backside of this guy or whatever. And Aaron says, we need to just take over. Because he was mad at the Owls game, too.
That's what we need to do.
He's like, we just need to take over.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what's popular right now? I said, I don't know what you got. He's like, you've been talking about it on your podcast, the Area 51 raid.
Yeah.
He said, you get some of those carny stuffed aliens, right? You go hide them around the arena. You have somebody that's trying to catch it and get out. Well, the guards try to catch you. You get caught. You don't get a prize. You get out. You get a prize. Well, we're doing that. You're cheering for your team. You put them in sections, right? You're for the blue team. You're for the red team. You're for the yellow team. You're for the green team. And people are cheering for you instead of big inflated beach balls. I mean, sorry, but the wave, if I ever do the wave again, that's just too soon.
We are going to apply to be the DJs next year.
Okay.
We're going to do it.
Well, I keep bringing him up, but we know the county commissioner that's in charge of this.
We are going to come in with we'll have our demo, we'll have our pitch deck saying this is what we're going to do. We are going to make the Derby great again.
No. I'm not going with anything like that. It's already the world's number one.
Okay.
I'm not going to be as myself, though. I need to come up with a fake name, because I'm going to talk like this
the whole time.
The number one Derby in the world. And if somebody comes up and says, you're Derek Everett, aren't you? You grew up here. I'll say, I don't know what you're talking about. Never heard of him.
I'll just come up with like a catchy name for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to catchy names. Okay. We talked about this last week. We got to have a name for those people that listen to every episode.
Yeah, we said the people that listen to all the episodes, like a group, something to call themselves.
We had Jimmy Cheapy Pants. That was one. That was a good suggestion.
You want to be called the Jimmy Cheapy Pants. If you've listened to everything, we call you our Jimmy Cheapy Pants.
I think we call them JCPs.
JC Penney going to get upset about that?
Well, they're going to be out of business here pretty quick, so it ain't going to matter. That's one of my
that's an idea.
And I don't know, because I don't know enough about your buddy Bill Walton. You know what they call the Grateful Deads? Because don't they call them Deadheads?
The Deadheads, yeah.
My wife suggested that also.
The Deadheads?
They call them Deadheads.
Okay.
That was one. And I knew it was kind of the Grateful Dead, so those were the two suggestions that I heard.
Well, how about we do this? Now, we've been going for about about half the year now.
Yeah.
How about our year anniversary? People, they're going to be listening, hearing the back stuff. We got a couple names. How about our year anniversary? We have some sort of an online vote. We'll come up with all of our names, and the vote will announce it on our 1 year anniversary.
Love it. So
if you're listening, if you're new, go back, listen to the archive, and then tell us what we should call people. You know, it's our gang, it's our group. We'll be just as much a part of it.
Our tribe.
Our tribe. We might be Jimmy Cheapy Pants or JPCs.
Or Deadheads.
Or Deadheads or whatever else. So give us some ideas. Keep it going. Again, on the social media, you can find us. Let us know.
Like your buddy Romy. Jim Rome. The Herd.
Yeah.
You know. I can't remember. In the Jungle.
What do they call themselves, though?
The Clones.
The Clones. They do call themselves the Clones.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Come up with some catchy.
So come up with a catchy name, and we'll put up some way either on the Twitter or Facebook to vote for it, maybe both, because I know you can do it on those things. And for the year, we'll vote.
But by the time another 6 months happens, like these smart guys, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk's going to come up with a whole new thing, and that's what's going to exist.
Okay, well, they can vote on that then.
Yeah, exactly. They'll vote on some sort of front. And we're going to be on the up and up, and we're going to be up with the kids.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be fun.
So
let's keep the names rolling in, keep the ideas rolling in. Not saying that those ones that have been presented aren't going to be it. Let's just get a good selection and go from there.
See what we can get. But hey, I know you said you got some heavy eBay open stuff. I'm excited to hear about that because that means I can make more money. But you know our little listing contest we had?
Yeah.
Which you blew me out of the numbers as far as quantity. But percentage-wise, I won.
Where we go, and if you go back and listen, it was who could list the most items. It wasn't a percentage game till you lost. And then you like bring up you ever see The Biggest Loser? And you know how the really fat people, if they lose weight, and I'm like, is this a personal intervention that you have here with me? I mean,
hey, fatty!
Hey, fatso! Have you ever watched Biggest Loser, Dummy?
Hey, Dummy! I watch it with ice cream.
I tell you, you eat any of that fair food.
I had a lot. It was good.
It was good.
It was real good.
Speaking of Tubby.
Oh, I had some funnel cake, corn dogs, sloppy joes. Man, it was good. No, I was going somewhere with this.
I know. So we had our little competition.
We had our competition. Because of all the new lists, we've been selling like crazy.
It's been going good, huh?
It's crazy. I don't know what these people talk about this summer slowdown. Like, we're selling more now than we ever have.
Well, you just started in the summer, right? First of the summer. So you're getting to the back-to-school part, so you're getting to where we're starting to ramp up anyways. But when you're listing...
You list,
more things sell. That's just...
that's all it is.
That's how they do it. That's how it works.
You list, you sell.
You don't.
It's funny because you read some of these comments like, I'm not selling anything. Well, how many items do you have listed? 60. Well, what are you expecting?
Then you have to say, well, go talk to Derek about his granny because you ain't selling out of an empty wagon. If you walked into Walmart or you went to another online retailer, you went to go to Amazon and they have 60 things for sale, how much are you buying?
I'm walking out the store.
You're like, okay, not for me.
Walmart.com, here I come.
So that's the same thing, right? The more you got, the more likely you are to make a sale.
No, I appreciate it. We sold a lot. We've been selling a lot of things.
You get close to that Disneyland trip?
We're getting a lot closer, my friend.
It's going to be a lot sooner than even you thought.
We're getting... There's 4 digits in that savings account.
Wow.
Yeah, all from eBay.
That added up fast.
All eBay related.
Wait till it's all Ronald McDonald sends you to Disneyland.
There's one listed. That's the thing. List price means nothing. You want sales price, but there's listed one for a GER right now.
Well, you can come in at 800 and you're just as happy, right?
I'd love that.
And you talk to your guy in Japan, say, "What are you thinking?" See what he throws out. Say, "Well, this one's going for $1,000. Yeah. I'll get it to you for $8."
Love it.
Whatever.
Love it. So, yeah, no, it was an excellent week. I love this time of the week, and. You got some heavy eBay stuff. I want to get into that.
I do got another question before we get into that. We can do that on the backside or now. I don't know what time we got.
What question do you
have? It's a discussion.
Okay.
You open for a discussion?
Let's do a discussion, and then we'll have those good people over at Extreme Modus give a little something.
Okay.
And we'll hit some eBay. What do you got?
Well, here's the thing. Are you a hunter or are you a farmer?
I don't know where you're going with this, but I guess if I had to answer it without knowing your premise, I would say farmer, you basically put stuff there and you're going to reap the harvest at some point. Hunter, you're just going to pick stuff up because it's already out there. So basically you're a go-getter or you're a maker. And I would say I'd be a farmer because I'm a maker.
Okay. Well, in the retail and business world, right, this is kind of thing that's going on, and also I thought about it in the reselling community, is like a business person that just focuses in and they just want to execute out of their business all that they want, just this one business, this is your thing, is a hunter. You're going out, you got competition coming in, it's just that one thing. You're focused on it, you're going to do the best that you can. Or you got the farmers who, okay, I got a little business here, I don't have a niche or anything, I just do this, and you kind of plant all sorts of different seeds, fields, harvest, whatever. And it doesn't, there's not right or wrong. It works for both people. Some people can be so niched in something, that's the hunter, right? This is what I do, I only sell this thing, I know everything about this product, I know everything about this company, I know how to do it, this is what I do. Or you can be the farmer who, yeah, I know about this, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. I sell it all, I do it all. When you go out to find your stuff, when you go out to, I can't think of the word right now for this show, when we go out and buy stuff.
You're sourcing?
Sourcing, that's the word. It has been a rough ski, week ski, if I haven't told you that already.
Wow.
So, you're doing your sourcing, right? It doesn't matter, you're not looking for one thing, you're looking for multiple items. So, that was, are you a farmer? Or are you a hunter?
So obviously I know the answer to that because I have a wheelchair in the back of my car. I mean, back of my truck here. Never thought I'd be selling wheelchairs. So, and I have a podcast, and we got lots of other things.
So we're diversified. Diversified. I can't talk.
I've got
either.
several seeds planted. I've told you this too. I'm going to California Sunday.
Oh yeah, lighten up the people about it.
We're
what are you up to?
So like I said, I'm in the accounting profession. That's what I do. That's kind of how, I do taxes. We do a lot of accounting for small businesses. The makers of QuickBooks, Intuit,
heard of them?
TurboTax. They been working with them kind of off and on. I know a guy that works there in their education department, and they're come to the realization. I got to teach this last year at Utah Valley University, my alumni.
You are a little martyr.
And I got to teach kind of my own course. And I really feel like a lot of the academia stuff should be real world and not pretend in theory. And I feel like there should be a QuickBooks class/certification, and you actually do the work. Like you actually do like a pretend company that's a real company. Bring in stuff every single month and do it like I would pay you to run and come work for me. So there is nothing like it, so they're going to fly me out there to kind of have them discuss that.
So if you're out in the California area and you see Adam, say hey.
Mountain View. So that ties me into just another thing before. I went golfing yesterday. Went to a golf tournament with a couple friends, couple professors from UVU. Really fun. And saw your buddy Ronnie Price. He was there playing some ball.
What's Ronnie up to nowadays?
I asked him. I talked to him about that. I said, "Hey, what's going on now?" He said, "He's just kind of working on his own couple things." Anyways, I would ask because they had it was for their athletic programs. So each hole they had a different they had part of the track and field or the volleyball or soccer team. They kind of split it up on 10 of the holes and stuff. And so I wanted to get my feedback because I think that a lot of people go to college and they don't know what they want to do. So I asked, of all of you students here, how many of you transferred? At least half of them, to 75%, changed their hand saying that they either transferred or they had a different major or, they've changed majors. So that was the one thing. The other thing, you could keep in mind most of these athletes have all of their education paid for. Mm-hmm. They're on scholarship, okay? So it's free money. They might not think it's free money because I had to pay for it. I'm still paying for it. I asked them, I said, what are you majoring in? What do you think a lot of them said?
Business.
No.
Really?
No.
Communications?
No.
Education?
No.
Boy, I'm running out of things. Literary?
Getting somewhere closer. Psychology.
Psychology, okay.
Do you know why they pick psychology?
Because it's easy.
It's the easiest degree to get. And I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. You are wasting your money. Not saying that anybody in the psychology field, it's obviously needed. It's very important. But the reality, I do taxes for a living. Unless you have a master's or a doctorate in psychology, not saying you can't make a difference in the world, but you better not be going into it for money.
There's just not a lot of opportunities either because, like you say, there's so many people that are got that degree.
Not a lot of things. So I took it from the accounting approach. I says, you know what? If I were you, here's my advice. I would become an accounting major because that's what you need. If you ever want to run a business, you can have a job for the next forever. You can be a bookkeeper until you're 90 years old, and every business needs one.
That's true.
And it's a great stay-at-home job if you don't want to go out in public, if you don't want to see people. The world of the interwebs has made it to where you can do everything remote nowadays.
You can be a little hermit in your basement, or
That's
you
right.
can come out by your own building or work for a major business.
That's right. Yes, you can get a cool English degree and attempt to do something with that, or you can have a life skill that people are going to need the rest of forever.
So you are a farmer, and you're telling people to get farming with you.
Exactly, because I need some farm hands.
And a lot of people, that's where you take your money. They're working on eBay, and they invest in either buying real estate, buying
Yes.
rental properties,
Absolutely.
buying other businesses, buying you a little food truck,
Yeah.
buying you a little ice cream stand.
You got to do something with that money.
So if you're a farmer, cool. If you're a hunter, cool. I was just curious where you were.
You know where I am.
I know, but the listeners didn't know.
That's true. The listeners don't know. So
If you don't know, now you know.
there you be. And knowledge is power. Hey, we need to take a break.
I need a break because I can't even pronunciate.
You do not pronounce.
I can't think, let alone pronunciate. I got the Derby solved. Did we even finish our Derby talk?
No, we're going to apply for that next year. We're going to be on the Derby.
Hey, give me my Derby name. At D-Roy on the
Yeah.
Twitter. At D-Roy Everett, give me my Derby name.
Hey, do we need to maybe ask, should we see if we get like a carpet cleaning sponsor for our next little spot?
Oh, man. Adam, you've been teasing us. Who's this new sponsor we got?
This new sponsor is Extreme Modus.
Okay, what's Extreme Modus?
Extreme Modus is a unique wheelchair company that provides a device to get people outside.
What kind of people are we talking about?
We're talking about anybody who has been confined to a wheelchair or has a mobility issue. You have family members who, for instance, may have endurance issues, fatigue, people with ALS, muscular dystrophy, suffered any kind of brain trauma, cerebral palsy, people who can't move themselves.
So what makes your wheelchair different than all these other ones that are on the market that we see?
Ours have a really unique balloon tire and a foldable middle. Makes it really portable, and it's just a wheelchair. We've taken hundreds of people all over where you can't get a normal wheelchair.
Okay. I think I know somebody that might be interested. How can I find out more information?
They can reach out to us on any of our social media sites called Extreme Motus, M-O-T-U-S. That means mobility in Latin.
You're getting all fancy on me.
Hey, that's how we set it up. But any of those outlets, you go on there, reach out to us. We'd be happy to. If you live here in the Intermountain West, close by, we've got some rentals that we'll let you get a hold of. We sell these wheelchairs all over. We've sold them all over the country. And we're looking to sell more of them and get more people out in these wheelchairs. Hey, buddy, I'm going off the rails like a crazy train.
And there you go. Adam had to listen to it again. If you haven't heard the song that he's referring to, go to last week's episode and listen to the very end.
That was good.
Hey, so I got some other stuff, but before we get into it, we have to get into it.
All right.
A couple weeks ago, I was talking about going to a public pool.
Oh, gosh, you're getting back to this.
I got to redeem myself. So tomorrow, we're going to go up to the Cowabunga Bay, my nephew's birthday party, and I'm gonna come prepared. So next week I'll give you an update on how it went.
Can you just leave that story at home?
Well, I could, but I have a podcast. People want more content. They must like it. If you like my stories, what's your Twitter? What's your thing? Are they coming to the chat? Let Adam know that you like my stories.
Okay.
If you like them. If you don't, keep your opinion to yourself because no one cares. Keep your filthy mouth closed. Unless you're my father who tells me he doesn't like my stories and doesn't listen to the podcasts.
He's full of it because he does listen.
I know, he quotes in everything that he says. I don't know.
I'm still kind of excited that Bill came up to you and says, I got junk in my trunk too.
Hey, speaking of Bill, just coming back from that, I'll share the story with you real fast. He listens and Extreme Modus, right?
Yep.
So he says that he has, I believe it was his mother-in-law.
Okay.
She's not, handicapped or disabled necessarily, but she's kind of older and has a harder time getting around, mobility issues.
Feeble.
And he was asking, with that, if you guys ever rent out those wheelchairs. I mean, I guess they like to go camping, go up to Yellowstone and that kind of thing, but she can't move around like she used to and keep up or whatever. Is that something that can be done, or how does that work?
Absolutely, and it's funny because this is one of my other things. I'm farming. I'm laying lots of seeds. I had some friends had an opportunity to. They made a unique chair that took this girl up to the top of a really, really big mountain here in Utah. It was about a year ago. I said, this is amazing. Let's start making them so more people can use them. And we've been doing that for just over a year now, and it's really starting to get some real traction. So the unique thing is anyone who's listening to this, whether it's somebody in their close family, they have somebody that they know that could not go on a hike with them or couldn't do something because of their physical mobility issues. And we're not talking like somebody who's in a wheelchair. Obviously, that's a large portion. But just like you're talking about, somebody who's elderly that doesn't have the mobility issues anymore or doesn't have the ability to move anymore. So yeah, that is absolutely, that's something we do is we rent out these chairs to families to use them for the weekends. We do also sell these chairs, so hit us up, Extreme Modus. That's where our website is. Lots of really cool videos, really. Some of them, I mean, I'm not going to lie, the last one, the Barton family, it brought a tear to my eye.
And bring a tear to a glass eye.
It would bring a tear to a glass eye. So, yeah, that's fun stuff.
All right, well then contact either Adam or Extreme Modus if you're interested in that. And we just have the commercial play so you know how to do it.
And there you go.
Although we need to do a new commercial at some point because that's when I'm talking about the new sponsor on it and it just doesn't. Also, I have to apologize / explain myself. Did you listen to the music? I got a little heat on this. I'll come clean.
Hold on, the music that our edit team is amazing.
I am your edit team.
They're amazing. Like our producers,
Roy Everett does it all.
Our sound engineers, those guys are amazing.
That's me.
No, your mom thinks that it's me, so I'm going to let her think that it's me.
I know, she thinks you're just doing a great job. Now that I'm doing it, it's probably not so good. Use improvements.
If you like it, it's me.
So underneath so I'll put a little music underneath the commercials, right?
Yeah.
And last time, did you hear which one I did for the Extreme Modus?
No, I don't remember.
It was Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. Some people thought that was a little insensitive, right? And I get it now.
Hold on. I was doing my company wheelchair thing, and you're playing a song about Born to Run.
But the reason is, now stay with me, the reason is because these people need to be out and want to be active and want to be with the people. They were born to do this stuff, and this is making it so that doesn't stop them, right?
I like your justification there.
That was what I came up with. I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I did hear a couple people say that was a little insensitive. And I said, whoa. It's not leaving these people at home on the sideline or in these old wheelchairs that can do this. These people are born to compete. They're born to go on these runs and these marathons just like everyone else. That was the idea. It kind of didn't go that way for some people. If I offended you, I apologize. If I offended your company, not what was meant.
Well, bring it up with HR. You can send in a complaint to Derek at Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, Derek at Twitter. Send your complaints to there. Anything else at DRoy Everett on Twitter. That's your compliment one.
He's going to file that in the round bin.
So, let's get back on track, okay?
All right.
This is me saying it.
Give me some eBay. Make me some money today.
Okay, well, first off, I am getting some deeper eBay open what happened. We've been talking about that for a while, that we're going to bring it to you. We got the full skinny. But my brother who's came up in this podcast. I have the same cast of characters that come up, but these are my people that are talking to me. I'm listening, and that's a great idea, this, that, and the other, right?
Our third wheel to next year's Derby announcements.
Yeah, he'll be the one running around. Well, he'll be setting up the skits, apparently.
Yeah.
So he's a college-age kid.
Yeah.
He just actually graduated, but he's still in that housing, you're moving around apartment to apartment.
Yeah.
Well, he reminded me of one of my things I've talked about is college kids throw away everything because their parents bought it for them.
I've seen this before.
And there's great stuff. So this is the time of the year where the summer's ending and they're moving across town back to other dorms, other apartments, right?
You don't even have to pay for it. They just put it by the trash can.
And they're like, I'm not hauling this. I didn't pay $50 for this. I'm not going to necessarily throw it away, or maybe I will. But my mom bought it. I don't care. I don't need it, whatever the item is.
Yeah.
So he picked up, I think it's the first of the, quarter semester year, a bicycle, right? A nice, specialized bike that somebody put out in the dumpster. So he gets it from the dumpster, and it works just fine. I think maybe he had to do a little, a little spray some WD-40 or something. And so he does a lot of work with the church. And so he was letting his church people that didn't have cars or had issues or whatever. He just kind of had this lease program with them where they'd go take it, use it for as long as they need it, bring it back. So he was kind of doing that for about a year, right?
Man, he's a good guy.
He's a lot better than me, good kid. So
doesn't take a lot.
I'd have been charging $5 a day or something, and Anyway,
plus interest.
So now he's moving. He's moving from where he's at to a couple towns down, and he doesn't have use for the bike, got a car, all that. So he sells the bike that he found in the trash that he let him borrow for a year that he hasn't even had to store or whatever. Sells it for $50. He just wanted to get rid of it. So basically, somebody just put $50 by the trash. He said, "Oh, people can use this. Okay, I don't need it anymore." It gave him a great deal still, for a nice, specialized mountain bike. I don't know what they go for, but probably more than $50. Anyways, if you're in a college-age community town, there's a lot of college towns around, smaller towns, bigger towns.
Hang out.
And there's, the apartments, the dorms. Now when they're moving to and fro is the time to kind of go. If you're into dumpster diving, cool. Probably a good time to do some dumpster diving. If not, just drive by and see what's hanging out by some of those things. You might be surprised with computers. There's always furniture.
There's always furniture.
Electronics. Maybe they got a new TV. Don't want this TV's too small.
Yeah.
For the most part, a lot of these kids don't care because it was not their money that purchased it. So,
yeah.
Calculators. Those graphing calculators that go for big bucks.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. They're not going to take it to the thrift stores necessarily. They don't really have a value or an item. They don't know what things cost nor care.
Yeah.
They're just moving and it won't fit in their truck or their car or whatever they're using. And
there you go.
So that's
in their Prius.
That's a hot tip of the week. Oh, everything fits in the Prius, my friend. That's just a small minivan. Speaking of that, I didn't know your new vehicle had so much room.
What do you mean?
So you sent out a text to the friends today. I said, "Hey, football season's coming up. Are we going to go put some wagers in or not?" And you said that your new vehicle sits 8 comfortably.
Yeah.
I didn't know it had that much space.
It's a nice vehicle. It's Arcadia. It's new to us. When I say nice, I'm just one of those guys. I'm not saying that you can't be this. I'm not the $50, $60, $70, $80,000 on a new vehicle. It's just not my thing. So we bought this from a dealership down the road. $9,000. 8 people.
Works for you.
Works for us.
I just didn't know it could fit that many people. I'm like, that's a road trip vehicle. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna break that baby in.
We are gonna break that baby in. So
we're gonna come home with dollars in our pockets.
That's right.
So that was just kind of you took a Prius thing. I said, hey, you can fit a lot in the Prius.
You can fit a lot in the Prius,
but not as much apparently as an Arcadia. So been teasing, been dangling it. We've been talking eBay Open for months now.
Yeah.
The seller meetup group. And I encourage everyone, if just go to meetup.com, right, and put in whatever township you live by, near, whatever, and put eBay, and put, within 150 miles, whatever you want to drive. There's meetup groups all across the country. And I'm a big proponent of going because you meet people that do the same thing you do. You get networking, you get experience, you learn stories. It's like a podcast, but in person. You can tell people, you complain about what people do. You have the post office people come in. It's just a good educational purpose.
Yeah, you get to meet other people. And that's the whole idea is you're in a unique space. And even if you're not, you're learning new stuff, you might have something that you don't even know that's worthwhile, and you meet somebody at these events saying, well, this is what I'm doing. And you're like, well, I've got 40 of those sitting in the attic.
Yeah, and it's good. I mean, sometimes when you're listing and stuff, it kind of can be lonely. If
Yeah.
you're out on an island, you go to the online groups, and sometimes that's just, they're fun, or sometimes it's just so negative and stuff. You want to be around some people. You just want to have some friends, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a good excuse to get out, usually about once a month, give or take. Sometimes you hit just a couple a year, whatever. But I encourage everyone to look into that, and if there's not a meetup group, maybe get together.
Start one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get together with the community. I know eBay gives you lots of tools.
Yeah, eBay will help you.
They'll help you out. So, anyways, we go to our seller group, and they had the people talk that went to eBay Open. Me and Adam did make it to eBay Open this year. We wanted to. It sold out too fast. Guaranteed we're going to be there next year.
Yeah, you slow-boated that one. Man, you got... I'll let you... I'm going to have to be quiet here, because you got some notes.
You know my wife takes notes. I bring her there, and she takes notes for me, and she does a good job. She does an excellent job.
What do you mean you bring her there?
She comes with me.
Well, I know, but when you say you bring her there, it's like you bring your personal secretary.
Kind of, though. It's like, hey, come with me. We'll have dinner, we'll go.
See, there, it's you go together.
Well, we go together, but, like, this is what she excels at. She does a great job of this.
And this and, like, several other things.
A lot of things, but as far as if I went there, I'd have a few scribbles, and I'd come here and be like, oh, yeah, they talked about it. That's kind of what they said. You know, she's got detailed information. She does an excellent job.
Thank you, friend of the show, Holly. You are making this segment. This segment is sponsored by Holly Everett. She's amazing at what she does.
So one thing I did not know is there's
One thing. I'm sorry, that just came off funny to me. You do know a lot about Butterfingers. Wow, I offended him. He brought it up with HR. Apparently I'm going to get the pink slip here. Whoa. This is a first. I think we might have to make a phone call into our buddy President Trump, because Derek went off the air here.
No more than that guy. So, there's a concierge program with eBay, right? I've talked about it before. And I've wanted to be in it. Couldn't figure out how to get in it. If you go to eBay Open, you're automatically put in this program. The concierge program.
Okay.
So what that does for you is you call one number, you have a problem, they personally take care of you.
Ooh.
You don't wait on hold, they don't transfer you, they wait on hold, they get transferred, they fix your problems for you.
Wow.
You have somebody that's trying to scam you, they take care of it for you. You have somebody wanting to know how much it costs to ship to Timbuktu, they take care of it for you.
So you're saying we're going to have a big meetup group next year at eBay Open, because this is cash money, right? Just the price of admission.
That's what people were saying. It is
Wow.
worth going to eBay Open to have this service.
Can we buy tickets right now?
I wish we could. So that is automatic for you. They talked about Terapeak as well. We've went over that a few times. eBay's bought Terapeak. If you have eBay store, you probably have Terapeak. Look into it. With Terapeak, it just gives you deeper research, faster 90 days, right? So you can go deep dive. You can look up your McDonald's items.
High chair.
High chair, that's the word. And see, you know, maybe they haven't sold in the last 90 days, but what have they done over the last 5-10 years, right? So you can kind of go and do a deeper dive like that. Search what you're after. Let's see what else we got here. eBay Open is amazing. People just kept saying that, right? They throw parties. They have an open bar. Adam's now leaving. I guess I've offended him. Now he's left the show, folks, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where he's at, but we're gonna keep going with it. He's mad that I said that about it. So you go to eBay Open. They have open bar. They have treats. They keep you happy. You get to meet with all the executives. You get to meet with more sellers. Obviously, you network, but you get to talk to like the CEO. You talk to the people that are running eBay, and they take your ideas, and you can follow up. You can say, "Hey, this is what's working for me. This is what's not." Kind of like we're talking about with the Derby. This is what I'd like to see implemented, and this is what's not. And they listen, and they address your concerns. How many companies do you get to go talk to their CEO as a person that sells on the platform?
Hopefully on Sunday, Monday when I go out to Intuit.
He's back.
Oh, yeah, I've been here the whole time.
Yeah. Like, there's not Amazon open where you can talk to Jeff Bezos.
No, I think it's a great forum because they realize, like, the people who sell on eBay is eBay's business. Without the people that sell on eBay, eBay doesn't exist.
And they know and say that. Also, they want the people that... So if you work at eBay, they want you to sell on eBay so you understand what you're going through, what's going through there. So a lot of the executives and those people, they're also selling on eBay.
Man, I think we could get in with this. We do a lot on this podcast.
Yeah.
We do a plethora.
We do a plethora.
Plethora of good things.
So, one of the big things they're doing is they're trying to make more seller protection, right? Once again, you're on the Facebook groups or whatever. Everyone's afraid of getting scammed. Everyone's got these stories. So what they're doing is they're stepping up. If you're a top-rated seller, they're making different programs so that you can report buyers that are trying to, act shady.
They're scamming you.
They're scamming you, and they have different processes, different ways to report. It's coming out. But basically, if a person's caught trying to scam you 3 times, 3 strikes, different people, off eBay. They're gone. Not messing around. Not letting them create new accounts. However they're doing it.
They're gone.
So they're gone. So a lot less of that's going to be happening.
They're the deplorables.
Also, what eBay's got is auto white backgrounds. They're rolling this out. Have you seen this? They got this new artificial intelligence.
Help me understand that, because I'm still like, I read it, but I'm too dumb to understand it.
Okay, if you go shopping, right, you go to Google, and you go Google Shop, you go to Amazon, you go to Walmart, look at the background on all those places.
Mm-hmm.
It's a white background.
Okay.
So this is basically to help you appear more in Google searches, those kind of things, Google shopping, so people can find your item. Google won't put you on their shopping site unless you have a white background.
Okay.
So basically the main first picture, they want white background. The rest can be whatever. But that's the one that's going to be caught in the searches.
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
So it's going to boost you up in rankings. People are going to be able to find you more. So they got some software that is going to automatically...
When does that happen?
It's already started to roll out. I guess that was another thing to open. You could go be in the beta if you want to do it. I guess the line was huge of people signing up for it. So with the artificial intelligence, how it works is you teach it, right? So they'll say, hey, is this how you want it to appear? And you can say yes or no, and it kind of will learn. So it'll say, is this how you want it cropped with the white background? Maybe it's a hat that's white. You don't want everything. You just want it around the hat so it still appears white. So there's going to be a learning process. So obviously you want certain things to appear. Maybe it's white writing. You don't want that erased, or, different things like that. So they're in a learning process to where you put your item, it's going to give you a white backdrop automatically. Somehow you click on it, and you say yes or no. And so a lot of people have already started signing up for it. Slowly will probably be rolled out to other sellers.
Is this like AI going to turn to John Connor and it's going to come out like terminate me?
Hopefully. Hopefully.
I'm just, anytime you say AI, I'm kind of scared.
Iverson, you're not a big answer man.
No, artificial intelligent man.
It's making it's the world we live in, right? Making things easier, making run more efficient.
That's true.
So if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. It's just trying to find things for people to be found more in Google searches.
It will help, though.
It will help.
Okay.
And if you don't believe me, go to Amazon, go to wherever you buy things online.
Oh, I believe you.
I know, but for the people out there that, I found this guy and he sounds ornery and these guys are fighting, and I never listened to the show before Scavenger Life, now I'm here, right? They might not believe me.
Sure.
Just go do a quick Google search and look at the items for sale and notice the backgrounds, or go to anywhere online, look at the backgrounds.
I'd be willing to bet you that anyone that is listening to this podcast has bought something online.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to make that wager.
Yeah.
And you're saying that, I guess it's one of the, I know what you're saying, but if you're searching it, it just makes it seem like more not in my garage.
Yeah, or some people have really nice backdrops, and it's nice, but some people have distracting you in your garage.
Oh, I do.
Or weird things coming up, or maybe the shading, whatever's not right.
My listings are quick and do. My wife's are way nicer than mine.
That makes a lot of sense when I look through your store now. I know what you've put up and what she has.
Wow.
You're the one that said it.
That's true.
I'm just agreeing with you.
I agree.
So, yeah, but if you're first, and it just has to be that first image that
And they'll help it make it a
Crops
little more
up.
professional. So that's tip number. Look for that for the.
I'll be rolling out.
That's going to help you make more money.
We've all had problems. I talked about this a little first when it was first announced. Is this managed delivery? That's what they're calling the big warehouses where you send in your stuff. Basically, what they said, unless you're doing large volumes of the same item, it's not even going to affect you.
So it doesn't. It's like we said. It's not the thing.
People were getting all ramped up. I was getting a little ramped up. Unless you're selling thousands of the same item, and basically you send it in and they fulfill it for you. And by them fulfilling it for you, maybe that is something you're into, right? Like you can get 1 million cell phone covers from China. That's what you want to do. And you want them to store it for you. They warehouse it for you. They ship it out for you. They said that with the USPS, right now, eBay is the second biggest private, whatever you want to call it, customer. So they want a lot more eBay boxes because everyone sees the Amazon box. Everybody knows what that looks like. They want, so in these fulfillment centers, it's going to be labeled in an eBay box. It's going to have eBay tape. So they're hoping that with that volume, people will see a lot more eBay, think a lot more eBay.
Do you think we can get some Deathpile and taxes tape?
You can find anything on the internet, right?
We can get some like customizable tape, and you can start throwing that on all your packages you send out. Advertisement, man.
Once again, if you got the money, somebody will do it for you.
Wow, I'm gonna have to look into that.
So if you've been afraid of this big, because I was afraid like they're trying to be Amazon. They kind of are.
You were afraid.
And they kind of are, but it's not just going to be sending your rinky-dink stuff and they'll fulfill it for you. It's going to be big, bulk type items.
Your wrestling cards aren't going there?
Not unless I have like 500 boxes of them.
And then at that point it wouldn't become as valuable because then there are plethoras of them.
Or you send it in there and they dole it out for you.
Supply and demand.
Thank you, Michael Scott. My wrestling cards. So let's see what else we got. Key item specifics increase your searchability, which sounds like a no-brainer, right? We talked about this a little last week. Your key items, you got those certain items, number of letters, whatever it is.
80. You got 80 characters.
So just making sure that you use that to the best of your ability to make sure that people find your stuff. I'm going to turn the page here for 1 second because I got a hot tip that people might not know. So they did this, they released this. We don't hear a lot about this. This is actually from the UK eBay.
Ooh.
I dare say that it's the same thing, right? So this is how people find your items.
Oh, I like this. How do people find my items?
So when people are searching, this is what you want, how you want to list it. Number one thing that people search for in your keywords is the brand.
Okay, brand first.
Then gender. If you're doing, this is clothing. I also throw that out. This is clothing.
So Nike, men's.
Size.
Medium.
Color.
Gray.
Theme.
Arizona Cardinals.
So a lot of us do new. A lot of us do V-neck, long sleeve.
I don't do this often, but I need to write this down.
So yeah. So this is in the UK, but I guarantee it's the same. It's the same search engine.
Okay.
So this is how people are getting results.
I'm slow again. Let's walk through this scenario one more time. And
Okay, and this
you
is
go, and then I go, and we'll do a little duet.
This is with clothing, but think about other items. It's going to be very, very, very similar. Because
Okay.
if you think I don't sell clothes, well, whatever you sell, think about this. So the first thing is the brand
Which would be Nike.
or Adidas.
I know, but I was thinking a specific item for me.
Oh, no, you're selling stuff. I see what you're doing.
Come on, man! Don't screw this up for
I'm
me.
thinking, what are you
It's
putting up?
NFL season.
Exactly. Number two is the gender.
Gender would be men's.
Number three is the size.
Size, medium,
Number four is the color.
gray.
And then number five, and this is one that surprised me, was the theme. And in that order,
Theme would be Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals, football. A lot of us put new with tag or
I like
long
that.
sleeve, short sleeve. Apparently that's not as high as we've been thinking.
That's the way to do it. See, if any of you are looking, I have a nice Nike's medium gray Arizona Cardinals hoodie.
Also, as we've talked about,
You're
item
skipping over
description-
my items. I just sold.
I did. I was not listening at all.
I just sold a Green Bay Packers hat. You know, the nice one that has the interesting leaves on it. I
Somebody
sold
bought,
that.
how much does that sell for?
I sold it for like $17.
So I haven't said anything about this, but since it's sold, I will. Adam shows me this Green Bay Packer hat that had this pretty leaf on it, and he was pretty excited about it and sold it.
Yes. I also sold a Champ Bailey jersey. He just went to the Hall of Fame, and boom, there you go.
And see, here's the thing: it's what season?
It's NFL season's on the upbringing.
So if you got those items, sports related, now's the time. Football season's starting to get it up.
All right, I didn't want to derail you, but that's a great tip. I love that because that's going to help me make more money.
It's going to help everyone make more money because if you know how it's going, right? If you know how people are finding the items in that order, that's just, I mean, that's the magic recipe that we didn't know. And again, I throw out the UK, and they didn't release that with America search, but I'm a gambling man. I've been called that a time or two.
Wasn't that the name of your YouTube channel before it got shut off?
I still got that one. I would wager a large sum of money that that's almost, if not exactly identical to how the algorithm works here. Because it's the same search engine, same company.
You know, I always liked those acronyms. Isn't that what you call it? The letters mean something.
Yeah.
I'm just not quite sure what B.G.S.C.T.
Maybe that's the listener's nickname that listen to our show because we know how to B.G.S.C.T.
No, B.G.S.C.T.
Oh, S.T.C. I don't know.
Brand, gender, size, color, theme.
We'll keep working on it. Keep thinking about it. We'll have something else. We were talking about item specifics last week. Do you remember that at all?
Yes.
So that was another big thing is if it's not on that list and click through, people will specifically search that. So maybe it is a yellow shirt, but you didn't put that in your title, or you put it in your title, but you didn't click it on item specifics. If it's not on there and they're looking through that and trying to filter it down, even if you put that in your description,
it won't filter.
It's not going to filter because of that. So on the item specifics, on those details, those are very important, and that's also plays into Google. Is something that they were saying is that's how Google is finding these too. So you want to be found. It doesn't matter if somebody doesn't come to eBay.com. If somebody puts in Green Bay hat,
yeah, it shows up on
Green Bay Packers hat,
yeah,
cool leaf, and it's your item specifics, and it pops up there. You don't care if they come and buy it from Google or if they come and buy it from eBay, as long as they come and buy it, right?
Yes.
So once again, be diligent with your item specifics, and go. When you list, make sure you click all those that apply. If they don't apply, don't click them, right? Because you want steering people in different directions. But if it does, put those down. So let's see, what else do we have here? So that's the left-hand items. They have the Shine Award winners. Do you know what the Shine Award is? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So eBay like to party, they like to have a good time, but they like to reward people like us that have our own stores. So about a month before eBay opens, somewhere in that, you can submit your Shine Award, and they got different categories. So basically, it's like Business of the Year, for lack of a better term. So you write a little paragraph or something about your business, what you do, and if you win, you get flown out to eBay Open. They give you prize money. They hype you up. They help revamp your store. So that's what the Shine Awards are.
Gotcha.
So if you're a seller, you might as well apply. I haven't ever applied, but next year I think might as well, right? I got a pod card.
You do got a pod card.
So I mean, and then they're social, so they're smart. They set up all these selfie stations. Apparently, they make a big deal. They got all sorts of different people that you can market with. I mean, you can sit across from people, kind of like when we go to these meetup groups, but people that have made millions and millions of dollars on eBay that you're having lunch with, so you can pick their brains. Good place to network, meet people, talk to CEOs. So that was the quick nutshell version of what happened at eBay Open.
You are not going to believe what I just found.
Well, you've been sitting here the whole time and paying attention, so I don't know how you could have found anything.
So I'm still trying. I got hooked on this because I really feel like what you told me, that brand, gender, size, color, theme is going to... I never thought about it that way, and it makes a ton of sense. That's the way you want it to go in. So I'm like, I'm saying, okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in B.G.S.C.T.com.
Do we want to know what you found? I mean, I think we might have found some weird acronym now.
I can't even... It's in Japanese or Chinese, man. This is... I mean, you can't see it, but it's all Chinese. I don't know how it works.
It must mean something in some other language somehow.
Or somebody's really smart and bought that website, because it doesn't really spell anything, but it's pretty simple. So, yeah, there you go. You never know what you're going to find on the internet.
There you have it, man. So also they did mention, I guess they didn't say this part, is using social media. So, you got the social media out there, you got your stuff. Don't be afraid if you got something cool, like you put up your McDonald's thing.
Yeah.
If you got some items, listings, don't be afraid to show what,
show us what you got.
You got your store, use social media to be found, be relevant. So you can use that however you want. Some people love it, some people hate it, but that's the way the world's going. So you can use your social media, and eBay's got different ways of doing that, to be seen, to be heard. So I keep saying also. If you're interested in any of this stuff, they have millions of classes on photography, on social media, on everything that was at eBay opened. You can go to eBay, they videotaped it all. You can just go watch it. So that's not a bad idea either. Go see what you might have missed, pick up some things. Obviously, I'm telling this second, third hand. I didn't see everything or hear everything. Even if you're there, you can't go to it all.
But we tell it in a lot funner way.
It's a lot more fun, but next year we'll be there.
And right? I can tell it right from the spot.
And even then, I'll say go watch it for yourself, right? Because you might pick up stuff that I didn't hear.
You're just like me. I mean, you could be in a class and try and learn something. It takes a seventh time before you're like, oh, that's what they said.
So that's the deep dive into the eBay Open of the Year report.
I feel like I'm going to really make some money from that.
I think if nothing else, just your item specifics and how you list. That's,
I love that. That's
utilizing those characters, right?
Yeah.
Because, I'll grab something, I'll just, okay, how do I put this? Yeah, do I put the Nike first? Do I put the team first? Do I put the guy on the card first? But then you think, well, when I search for something, if I want it, I want, the brand. It all makes sense when you say it out loud. Except for the theme. That was the one that threw me a little bit.
Arizona Cardinals, that's the theme.
That's the theme, but even if you're like
Hulk Hogan.
Even if you like women's clothing or whatever,
spring apparel.
Yeah, different themes. Go to a party.
Or like yours, here we go. Perfect. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
All right.
Levi's, men's, large.
I was a pause and a look.
Gray, theme, husky.
Well, see, husky would be the size because they didn't want kids to know that they were fat. So they thought they were husky because we're just big boned. Although, don't ever trust a man that doesn't have some pretty thick wrists.
What?
Your wrist. See, you're strong.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either. I'm just trying to make myself feel better.
Okay, go ahead, husky.
Wow. So mean today.
Oh, I'm just stating what it is.
So mean.
Yeah. So, been a good show. Had a lot of fun, but we're missing one little aspect.
Well, you told me earlier you didn't like my stories.
No, that's not true.
You said, oh, here we go again.
I just don't want to hear anything about the pool again.
Oh, swimming. You got some phobia of swimming or what?
I don't want to get in. We're going to get into the Halloween story, man.
Oh, that's coming up soon.
I know. I thought about it. I heard last week, and I'm already getting scared.
You might have to write them down. So
I have been. I'm starting to make some notes.
I got some good stories. One of them, spoiler or preview, one of my Halloween scary stories involves your brother-in-law.
I'm sure it does.
Who listens to the show.
You guys have done some crazy stuff in the times. Give me a quick snippet. Give me derailed for about 10 minutes.
All right, folks. I'm just going to come clean here. I've had I keep saying rough ski week, right?
Yeah.
A rough week. You might need to turn, if this, I'm just going to throw it out there. If you don't like this, you might just want to turn it off. It's a little gross. It's a little gross. But it's what I got derailed with. It's what happened today. So I was all excited coming home from work today, right? Because we have the podcast. I'm excited. I got all my notes. We got an older dog.
Yes, you do.
I've talked about Chuck before.
How old's your dog now?
Yeah, she's 14, 15. She's pretty old.
14, 15.
In dog years, times 7.
Regular years.
Regular people years.
So she's in the hundreds.
She is old.
100-year-old dog.
And still pretty active enough, but she's had some real health problems. She's had some issues. And so she's just been an upstairs dog because she wouldn't attack the stairs no more, and then she does and doesn't. So she hasn't been. She started barking at 3 o'clock this morning, so I let her out and just let her stay out because she barks to go outside so that she can do her business, right? So she's been kind of waking up early, kind of doing all the old people stuff, and trying to keep her from going to the bathroom inside, so we wake up and go out. Folks, you haven't lived much of a life, apparently, unless you've had to... This is the phrase I had to Google today. I'm sorry, but this is where we're derailed with. This is where we're at. And I had to Google the phrase, how to clean dog diarrhea off your carpet. I come home from work, and I let her out. She's upstairs, and we haven't blocked off the downstairs because she doesn't go there anymore. We tried coaxing her down. She just won't come down and hang out with us because she's old. So we haven't even bothered. So I'm home, and I'm kind of let her out. I'm going to be in a hurry. I'm going to go get, a haircut because I'm going swimming, and I want to look presentable and different things. I'm trying to move along. I go walking downstairs. Luckily, I don't have any shoes or anything on.
Oh, no.
The lights aren't on. I'm not expecting anything. I take a step, right?
And it was squishy.
Take a step, and not only was it squishy and cold, and it just was not right.
Oh, gosh.
It was just not right. And so, I don't know what's coming out of my mouth, but it's probably not nice. And I let the dog out, and I can't figure. I'm like, what is, and I'm trying not to lose it myself. I'm throwing up, because it's just, it makes the Halloween episode not look that scary. And I'm like, so I'm hopping, and I have to go clean off my foot. And I'm like, this is bad. This is bad. This is horrible. And then the smell's there. And I'm like, this is, I don't know how you parents do it. I know you got kids and throw up and baby doo-doo and all this stuff, right? And I'm just like, I don't even know. How do you attack this? How do you even address this? What do I do?
You move.
New carpet. Just burnt the house down. And so, my wife's probably getting mad at me for sharing this story. I just thought about that.
She doesn't listen anyways.
I'm probably in trouble. By the time she gets to this, it will be a year out.
Yeah.
And so, I call her up, because I don't know what to do.
I
know to clean it up, but I don't know what to do. But I want to clean it up properly. I don't want to smear it in anything.
I wonder if reality is when your wife does hear this, if Chug will still be with us.
Doubt it. I think Chug's days are... I think she's on the banana peel with two paws in the hole. She's not long for... I'll be honest, she's had a good run, but she's I'm not mad at her, because she's an old dog. I'm sure she was trying to find us.
She means well.
I'm sure she was trying to find us. Did all she could to get downstairs to find us. We're not there. She's in trouble. It happens, right? That's the whole phrase, right?
It happens to the best of us.
It happens. So, I'm just like, And I don't know how she got herself upstairs. And then I'm like, is there more rooms? Because we left doors open when we usually went when she was downstairs. So, I'm kind of doing a little investigation, but I need to clean it up. So I call my wife. I'm like, this is what happened. And I don't even know how to do this. I don't even know where to start. So she's like, I don't know. I don't know.
This is new.
I don't want, obviously I want to take care of the carpet. I want to keep it clean. Obviously there's going to be a few rug doctors and stuff involved, but right now you got to get it up, right? And carpet cleaner's not enough of that. So I have to work my way over to the old computer, go to the old Google machine. I think there's somebody sitting there that just sees every phrase that gets Googled that just probably thinks that's the greatest thing that ever came up. Apparently that's number 4 when you put in how to clean up dogs. Yeah, the autofill number 4 is diarrhea. If you're wondering, if you're playing at home, you can go try that out and see how that works for you.
At home.
So I look on there and it gives you kind of the step-by-step, and but the bad part is you gotta clean it up.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting the the throwaway grocery type sacks and things to kind of scoop, and
we don't need to get into details.
You got 10 minutes. You told me you got 10 minutes to fill. You can get 10 minutes story.
I don't want to hear any more of the details.
Well, the devil, as they say, is in the details. So I get that cleaned up. Then I have to go get cleaning products and vinegar and soaps and OxyCleans and water and it's a whole degreaser type detergents and then after this, folks, I have to come do this podcast, and then I get to go home and finish what I've started, because I'm just letting a lot of it kind of soak. Breathe, and I'm going to go reapply and go over it again, and there's probably not enough Arm & Hammer baking soda in the world for some of this, and the poor dog's just outside, and she knows she's in trouble, kind of looking, but like, I can't even get mad, you're just an old dog, like, you didn't intentionally do that, I hope, and... So that was why I'm having kind of, well, that's part of the week of what's going on. So if I wasn't too chipper or happy, folks, and this is your first time with us, give us a few more tries. That's my derailment.
It was a down day.
So then my good friend Adam calls me all sorts of foul words as I call him on the phone to see if he's excited to do this podcast. Things I won't repeat. I'm not going to keep beeping this out like I had to last week. And I thought, oh, here we go again. But they gave me a Code Red Diet Dew. Now I'm chipper and happy, and we're talking to our friends out there on the internet. So,
This is the problem. And probably a lot of the listeners here are like, anytime we are having like we go out to dinner or do something fun with you and my wife and your wife, my wife believes everything you say.
Well, she should.
She believes everything that you say.
Why wouldn't you? What are you implying?
Some things that you say may or may not be embellished.
You call me an embellisher, are you?
You're a yes. That's so. Some of these. That's just not what happened.
You want to come look at my garbage can? I'll let you be a first-hand witness.
I know what that happened. I didn't call you any rude or crude or anything that wouldn't say directly to your face.
That's very true.
Yeah, there is no behind the back because I'll say it right to your face.
That is very true. With Adam, you get honesty.
We're 100% open here.
Hey, let me scoop this up and turn it to a different segment here.
Oh,
Save this dog turd that I've turned the segment into. So, once again, friend of the program, like I said, it's going to be the Mike Painter Show. Because he's ramping up and he's sending me questions and different things about what he's selling, right? But he gives me this little, he says, hey, I'm at this Walmart, and tells me the town and all that, and they got more of these clearance items than you can believe.
Okay.
And I'm like, really? And he's like, all these wrestling figures, and you know me. And these are like down to like $2.50 on some of these things. And like I said, Christmas is coming up,
that's
right?
low.
And so he's like, yeah, I did a big hurting to him. He's like, this place got hit. Like, they knew I was here. And he's showing me pictures of some of these things he got. I'm like, that's awesome. That's, turning, some of them were up to like $7, but you're turning that into like $20, $30, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's awesome. In the back of my head, I think I'm going to go over this, because this is kind of the cool thing with doing the podcast is you meet different people.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my childhood friend, but different people will say, hey, have you seen this? Hey, look for this in your area. Hey, this is selling. I do some bolos. We kind of help each other out.
Yeah.
But this is like a local. This is something that you sell that you know about. Here's an instant bolo, and before I can send it out on the internet or anything, I'm gonna go.
You're going to check it out first.
I'm gonna clean it out first, right? I'm gonna do my due diligence. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the Walmart nearest to me because he's one, a few towns over. And I'm like, I'm gonna hit that up tomorrow. Well, he goes and hits that up as well, right? He's like, I didn't do so much damage to it. So I go the next day, and it looks like a hurricane has been through this Walmart. This Wally World has seen. And so I'm like, man, you could have left a little meat on the bones for a guy like me. And he's kind of laughing. He's like, oh, somebody else must have got there because I didn't do so much of that one. The first one, yeah, but that one not so much. But then I'm going through and I found a few different items, right?
He left a couple things.
There's a couple things he missed on the scan. There wasn't necessarily wrestling items, but different things. So then I'm like, okay, after work, I'm going to go to a few other Walmarts. Because I don't know if every place is lousy with Walmarts, but you can't, I was going to say throw a dead cat, but you get mad about that. So you can't do anything and not run into a Walmart, basically.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere, and I think that's the way. I mean, I saw that they're making $100 million a day, the Walton family right now.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. So there's a lot of Walmarts out there. So I went to a couple after work and told my wife, hey, I'm going to hit these up and see if I can find this because Christmas is coming up. This is good toys to move, hit some clearance. So I go up to a couple of them, and I put this out on the Instagram. If you follow me at DRoy Everett, you'll see it. It's like a llama pinata for the double llama comma. That's your store, right?
Yeah.
From the game Fortnite. You've heard of Fortnite. We've talked about that.
Don't know anything about it, but I've heard of it.
So this is a thing that's in the game is you can find a llama and it gives you like
I've seen that.
different guns and different things. Well, they have them in the store now, and you open them and it gives you like action figures and toy guns or something.
Okay.
So this I found 3 of them at the Walmart for $5
That sounds like a good deal.
on the clearance rack. Scan those. They're going anywhere because it tells you what's in there. For about $20 to, I think it might have been $50, $60 somewhere. That wasn't quite 60, probably $40 to $50.
Wow.
So I bought all those, and then I was looking, and there's a little sander, a Black & Decker handheld sander. $5.
Picked it up.
Picked it up. It's going for about $40.
And there you go.
So I just worked my way on down the aisle, scanning as we go. And I was able to find a lot more of my figures up there hadn't been touched. And so, folks, if you got a Walmart near you, and I know that you do, or you probably have one within driving distance, go look at their clearance, especially right now. For whatever reason, there's a lot of good stuff there.
And
scan, check, complete, sold, and buy.
And if you don't have any store that you go into that has a clearance section, go check it out. Anytime you're looking at a store and you see something like a discontinued or whatever, just pull out your phone. We know you all have one. Just click the little button and see what it says.
Yeah, the supermarkets, the Krogers, you have that end cap where it usually has the clearance type items, or they'll say, what's it say? I've said this another time on the actual label. It'll say closeout sale, something like that.
Sales,
yeah, scan those, search your complete. You're already there.
Especially if you're in the stabby part of town.
And if you're in the stabby part, well, what's happening is you'll find those in yours, and then you'll say, oh, if they got them here, the stabby part of town's got a lot of these. They don't even know they're closeout sales yet.
That's right.
And then you go over and you clean them out. If you're, like our friend's wife, that she's scanning things. It wasn't even in the clearance necessarily, whatever. But she's like, check with completed and loaded up the cart.
There you go. So
always be scanning, always be listing.
There you go. Always looking. So, man, I feel like we've been jam-packed full of good information.
We've been jam-packed with information. Some good, some not so good, as the dog story turned out to be. But it was my story nonetheless. And if you have any tips of how to reclaim my carpet, please let me know. This isn't made-up story. This is real. There is no embellishment on this story. I wish I was embellishing because I knew the story to tell. This is true. If you're at the pool tomorrow, say hey. Yeah, there you go. I'll be that guy. Hey. And I love eBay Open information. Hopefully, if you're new, I know I've said this a million times, but thank you for listening. Thank you for giving us a try. It's fun, and I think what we'll start doing is the more and more, because we are getting more followers. We got our friend in Malaysia. I don't know who you are. We'd love to find out who you are. Yeah, if you're the person that listens to every episode in Malaysia, and we know that it's you. Just let us know who you are. We'd love to know. Thanks for listening. We're getting worldwide. We're based in Utah, and kind of a person, won't say guy, listen to us in Malaysia. A seller. An eBay seller is somebody that's trying to make money online, flipping items, I'm guessing. And you can make it anywhere. And so we talk about if you don't have stores by you. I don't know if you remember this, but I bought a bunch of those Fortnite Monopoly games that were on closeout. I remember. That was online. I was a friend of the program, Jimmy Cheapy Pants. Yeah, Jimmy Cheapy Pants. Jimmy, I shouldn't keep saying everyone's last names. They probably don't want to. It's fun to say my friends' whole names for whatever reason. Derek Roy Everett. Yeah, you get on the Twitter machine. But, D-Roy, actually. There's probably people looking for all sorts of different people. You can go find online clearance as well and have it shipped to your door. So if you can't get out to the store, maybe you got mobility issues or problems, you can still sell on eBay. People go on eBay, and maybe we'll talk about this sometime, and buy products from eBay to resell on eBay. This is going to throw you off, but you know how I always say you can't complain unless you have a way to fix it? Doggy diapers. Got them. Apparently you weren't using them. She was wiggled out of it. I found that too. I left that out of the story because you wanted to wrap that one up fast. Hold on. Oh, that's even better. Your dog's smarter than you and wiggled this out of its doggy diaper. That just throws in a whole new element in the story. If you let me continue with the story, we had got to that part, but you wanted to wrap it up too fast. Chuckles. Oh, okay, there's two things in life that are for certain. Deathpiles. And taxes.
I was born by the river in a little tin, oh, just like ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Take me to the bridge. Then I go to my brother, and I said, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Whoa, there've been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I make her up to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Now the reason I do whistle tones is because I can't whistle in real life. So I had to come up with something that would, fill in the blanks. Maybe y'all know this one. Listen. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. You're as smooth. Could y'all help me out? Oh, y'all sound so beautiful out there. That strawberry wine. You're so warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. Thank you. Thank you, Marcus.